Another day, another interview. This time I'm talking with Callum Scotson. He's one of an elite group of 4 who gets to represent Australia at the Track World Championships in 2018. Thanks for having a quick chat.
Yeah, no problem.
Last year was with the development team for BMC.
Yeah.
That team got scrapped and you had to go contract hunting, or did the offer just sort of come fairly organically?
Yeah, I mean, because I raced a bit with the national team anyway, which is basically was the squad of Mitchelton and Scott. I did Tour of Lavernier with them, and then the World Championships. So I mean, I knew all the riders and staff, and it seemed like a pretty good team to move to.
You're shaping up to become part of the Australian cycling furniture, if you know what I mean. You've got a finger in every pie with a bit of versatility.
Yeah.
You say the focus is Madison. That's obviously the reason for the trip to Apeldoorn, just so you can get used to riding with Cam Meyer.
Yeah.
You anticipate that it'll be you two going to Tokyo together, holding hands, so to speak?
Oh, I couldn't say. I mean, it's quite like I'm doing the opposite to I think what a couple of others will do. So maybe, you know, right now I'm focusing on Madison and not doing the team pursuit, and then maybe my focus has to switch back on trying to make the team pursuit for the Olympics as well, where I think soon at some point other people will be wanting to see what they have in the Madison and put their hands up for that too. So it's a bit of a switch. I mean, right now it's only really me and Cam going to the World Cups and the World Championships for the Madison, but we'll see. I mean, I think I already had a World Cup win and a silver at the Worlds, so I guess I just need to keep proving myself from now, and the Worlds is a good chance to do that. But yeah.
Talk to me about the London 6 Day. You've won one of those with Cam.
Yeah.
A good buzz. What was it like? Have you done many 6 days?
Yeah, it was great. I've done London twice now, and Ghent 6 Day twice.
Okay.
I mean, London is quite normal compared to what Ghent is. Ghent's on the small 166 metre track, small gears, and a lot of racing a night, and a lot different sort of racing. Whereas London feels a little bit more like you're racing in a World Cup and that sort of thing. And yeah, me and Cam had a pretty unexpected win there. I think for us, we hadn't done the most preparation for it. You know, I had a bit of a break after the Road Worlds, so I was unsure of how I'd be going. And but yeah, we actually after a couple nights we could really see that we could win it. But yeah, it was great for us to win that. I mean, a lot of people back home watching it on Fox Sports or something. It was our first win as a pair together in any Madison race, so it was a good stepping stone, I guess.
I mean, it's sort of part of Australian cycling tradition for a lot of successful bike riders to juggle track and road.
Yeah.
How are you managing it? Do you find it, I guess if you've done a big roadblock, do you get, does it feel awkward getting on the fixed gear again, or little things like that, or is it's familiar enough to you now?
It'd take maybe like your first couple of sessions, but it's certainly hard to manage in terms of, I think, your preparation. You just have to be smart, basically. You can't expect to just be on the road for a big block and jump straight on the track and be amazing. You have to put the time and effort into preparing for the track, and then the same with the road. You also then have to be aware of, like, you maybe have to put in a bit of hard work for a bit, maybe after a track competition. It's probably a little bit easier with the Madison and the road. I mean, Madison's much more of an endurance event than the team pursuit. So I struggled a bit coming from Rio Olympics to Road World's time trial, say, in a fairly short period.
But when you're going that fast, did it feel almost easier? That's how Luke Roberts and a couple of others have described it, because you just have that vortex.
Yeah.
What's the sensation like? Do you know you're on a world record time, apart from where Tim's standing on the line?
Yeah, I think it's pretty... in a way, it's sort of easier, I guess, because when your legs are good, it's like, and you're feeling good, you almost feel like you're sprinting on the front, and then when you get back on, yeah, you're going so quick, and when everything, I think, is nailed and the technique is good, it makes it, you realise how easy it is on the wheel, compared to, yeah, if things are ragged, it can be 10 times harder just throughout the whole effort, whereas ideally is when it's like easy, get on the front, full gas, and then easy again.
Yeah. Should Australian sports fans be more attracted to the team pursuit, do you think?
Yeah, I think...
I mean, what's not to like about it?
Yeah.
You know, like, especially when it goes to the level that it did at Rio, for example.
Yeah.
Where it's just insane times.
Yeah.
And it's a dogfight.
Yeah.
And it's spectacular to watch.
Yeah. I mean, I think the more you understand about it as well makes it... you can then realise how exciting of a race it is. Like, it's literally such small margins, and it can be the difference of when you see someone do a swing in the race, and if they're just missing it by that few metres, that can be the difference in what could make them go 2 seconds slower later on if they blow up, you know, like to doing a perfect ride, it's such a fine balance, and there's so many factors, and then I think, yeah, how it's such a quick event, like you have to give a lot of respect to when the riders can do like the super fast times. I mean, I know for me now, if I step straight back in trying to do that, I wouldn't have a chance. Okay. Just even being out of whack with the skills on the track and everything for starters. The gears you push are pretty massive. I wouldn't be able to do that right now. And everything. So yeah, I think certainly the ones that do like it, I think, can be quite passionate about it though. And there is a big history in it, I guess, for Australia. So.
The Madison is a spectacular thing to watch, you know, like it's confusing and it's chaotic, and there's you don't know where to look on the track, but there's always something to look at.
Yeah.
But the concept of the handsling is something that is daunting and exciting and, you know, and exhilarating.
Yeah.
Talk me through what you're doing with how you manage the Madison with a guy like Cam. You know, he's so experienced. Do you pretty much know that when you're ready to handsling him, he'll pretty much be there, or you have to keep an eye out for him? Just talk me through the little games that you play in an event like that. Yeah,
I think it's such an event where the more experience you have, the better it is. I mean, I've already been playing such catch up compared to Cam. Like every Madison, I'll make certain mistakes that he just doesn't make from years of experience. You have to trust that, yeah, they're going to come down, because you're going, especially if you're sprinting or something, and you might see them. Sometimes he might be going to like quite slow, and then you're coming in super fast, and you have to have trust that he's going to be locked, not loose arm and get pulled off the bike and all that sort of thing. So there's so many reasons you have to have good trust. Like a lot of cycling can be just training and trying to improve your endurance or your strength and power, but I've really had to put so much effort into tactical and technique. Normally other races, yeah, you also might have tactical thing. Time trial maybe is somewhere where you have like technique on your bike, but this is a lot of things combined into one. You have the technique of all the slinging, and then you still have your technique on the bike. You see a lot of the guys riding like this, makes a big difference, and there's just a lot going on. But it's been pretty handy for me having Cam to teach me a lot of that stuff and work with me. He's been pretty patient for I think from where I am now to where I was a couple of years ago.
Is it amazing that there's not more accidents?
Yeah, I think it is. It's funny, now I'm sort of at the stage these days where I go into it and it feels just like another race. I remember the days when I was younger, and even when I first got into the seniors, where you go into it going, oh, this is a dangerous race, this is where you're going to crash. But I think you have to trust, you can learn to trust the skills of the other riders in the race, and then trust your own skills. And because it's such an event where if you're scared or you're thinking on crashes or just the craziness of it actually makes that worse.
Yep.
Even for us last year, we were right in the hunt for the win at the Worlds, and I think we were still up on points, and then I missed a change as the French won that sprint, and so they gained 5 points on us, which then put them in the lead. And so it can be such small things, whereas you never know if I didn't miss that change, and then when they won the sprint we finished behind them, maybe we would have held on, because I think we lost by 1 or 2 points or something. So
was that the best Madison that's ever been raced?
I don't know, but it was pretty cool, I think.
Did you see it as a spectator or a competitor? Have you watched it since, for example?
Yeah, I have watched it since, yeah.
Surprises me that it's not referenced more as a spectacular race that it was.
Yeah.
It was so exciting, because you two took a lap as early.
Yeah. Just after halfway we took ours. Wiggins and Cav took theirs right at the death of the race. And the Cav and Wiggins had been racking up points and sprint after sprint all race, and then still had the ability to take it when everyone was on their hands and knees. So they basically were like head and shoulders above everyone, because it's like you can underestimate how hard it is to do that, combine sprinting and taking a lap. Normally you maybe save it in for the 1 lap.
So thanks for taking the time to have a chat.
Yeah, thanks.
And I just hope that you keep enjoying riding your bike. To me, that's what we've all got to try and do, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers.